Faith in the ordinary, the Filipino spirit in prayer and offering. Faith has always been at the heart of Filipino life. From the simplest barangay chapel to grand cathedrals, our faith is the thread that ties generations together. It is in how we wake up early for Mass, how we light candles for our loved ones, and how we continue to believe even in uncertainty. This is our story, a story not just about religion, but about the faith that shapes who we are as Filipinos. At the altar of faith, the altar stands at the center of every Filipino Mass, humble yet sacred. Here, prayers rise with the incense, and hearts bow in silence. The chalice, the host, the crucifix, symbols that remind us that faith isn't only about worship, but also about finding peace in the middle of life's noise. Gifts of gratitude. These simple offerings, crackers, drinks, and food, may not look grand, but they carry something far greater. Sincerity. They are the gifts of people who have little yet give much. In this humble presence, we see what it means to be mapagbigay, to give from the heart, not from abundance. This is the Filipino way of thanksgiving. Words that guide the soul. The Roman Missal rests beside a small crucifix, a quiet witness to the prayers of many. Its pages hold not just sacred text, but reminders of our shared journey, our faith, our failures, and our hope to begin again. It teaches us to listen to the Word, to ourselves, and to the still voice of faith within. Communion, a shared grace. When hands meet to receive the host, a sacred connection is formed. It is a moment of humility, a reminder that we are one body, one community. Through this act, we practice pakikisama and pagmamahal sa kapwa. We share not only the bread of faith, but the spirit of compassion that defines who we are. Symbols of blessing. The cloth atop the chalice of embroidered with crosses and wheat represents life, harvest, and thanksgivings. Each stitch tells a story of patience, of work offered with love and faith. Just as farmers plant and mothers pray, we continue to believe that every effort, no matter how small, bears fruit in time. Light and devotion. Candles flicker beside the crucifix, fragile yet bright. Their light is our prayer, quiet but enduring. They melt slowly, just as we give ourselves for those we love. This light, like our faith, never truly fades. It glows through storms, reminding us that God's presence is never far away. Faith for Filipinos is not confined within church walls. It lives in the rhythm of our everyday lives, in the quiet gestures of kindness, and in the strength we find during hardships. It breathes through every smile that endures struggle, and in every whispered prayer of hope. It appears in the shared meal after Mass, in the humble offerings of candles and flowers, and in the clasped hand of families united in prayer. In our faith, we discover resilience. In our rituals, we find rhythm. And in our community, we encounter God. The Mass becomes more than a ceremony. It becomes a reflection of who we are, faithful, hopeful, and enduring. As I capture these moments, I came to see that Filipino faith is not only about religion, but about love that perseveres, gratitude that heals, and hope that never fades. To be a Filipino is to keep believing that light will always return after every storm, that prayers are always heard, and that no act of devotion, no matter how small, is ever forgotten.